All right, today we are diving into something that's quietly moving from like a sci-fi movie to your actual desktop, personal AI agents. And no, we're not talking about another smart assistant that can just play your music. We are talking about an autonomous coworker that could literally do parts of your job for you.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if you had a digital employee? Not just a tool that you give commands to, but a real coworker that gets your goals, figures out all the steps, and then actually does the work. And here's the kicker. This isn't some far off prediction. This is the world we are stepping into right now.
So let's be super clear about one thing. This is not just another chatbot. We're all used to them, right? Asking for the weather, getting a quick answer. What we're talking about here is a whole different ballgame. It's a massive leap forward in what AI can actually do.
And this is where that difference really hits you. A chatbot, it responds to a prompt. But a personal AI agent, it understands the context behind what you're asking. It actually makes decisions. It executes a whole series of tasks. And this part is absolutely crucial. It learns and gets better over time. You see, it's the difference between a tool and a real teammate.
Okay, so let's get into it. Part one, your new digital coworker. We're really shifting from giving AI simple commands to just handing over complex goals. So here's the official definition. It's an intelligent system that can perceive, decide, and act on its own. But I want you to focus on that last part, with minimal human help. That right there is the game changer. These things are built from the ground up for autonomy.
And here's where it gets real. Let's say you ask a chatbot to book a trip for you. You know how this goes. You're going to get stuck in this endless loop of questions, approving every little step. But give that same goal to an agent. It just gets to work. It's checking your calendar, finding flights it knows you'd like, booking the hotel, maybe even sending a dinner invite to the team. You see, you're not managing the process anymore. You just get the final itinerary. The agent owns the outcome.
So how do they do that? How do these agents actually think and act? Well, it all comes down to this really simple but powerful four-step cycle.
Basically, everything an agent does follows this loop. First, it perceives its environment, reads the data. Then it plans a course of action. Next, it acts on that plan. And finally, it adapts based on what happened. And this isn't a one-and-done thing. It's a constant cycle of learning and doing that makes the agent smarter and smarter over time. And here's an easy way to think about this. Perception is kind of like the agent's eyes and ears. It's reading your inbox just like an assistant would check your mail. The decision-making part, that's its inner project manager, building a to-do list. The action, well, that's the assistant actually doing the tasks. And the memory part, that's what makes it like a fantastic employee. It gets better at the job every single time it does it. Okay, so this isn't just theory. Let's look at where these agents are already showing up in the real world, from simple stuff on your calendar all the way to the cutting edge of software development. I mean, they're already all over our daily work lives. You've got Zoom's AI acting like a virtual receptionist. You have the ChatGPT agent that can take over your PC to build a PowerPoint for you. But they're also being used for frontline work in places like retail and healthcare, automatically handling complex shift schedules. Even HR is getting AI personas that manage payroll and time off requests. And it definitely doesn't stop with admin tasks. In media, you have agents auto-generating entire news reports. For big companies, Salesforce's Agentforce is proactively solving customer support issues. And then you get to the really mind-blowing stuff. Agents like Manus, and of course Devon AI, that are basically full-on software engineers, writing, debugging, and deploying code all by themselves. Need a really concrete example? Meet Ava. She's a digital sales rep from a company called Artisan AI, and she works right inside of Slack. This is a perfect little glimpse into the future, a world where you don't just hire a person, you deploy an AI teammate. All right, so what's the big deal? Why is everyone from tiny startups to Fortune 500 companies racing to build these things? Let's talk about the massive upside. If you need just one number to understand the hype, here it is. Nearly $10 billion. That is the projected market for this technology by 2025. This is not some little niche experiment. It's a huge economic shift that's happening as we speak. And all that value really comes down to three things. First, just pure productivity. These agents work 24/7. They don't take coffee breaks. Second, unbelievable scalability. Why go through the process of hiring 50 people when you can deploy 50 agents in an instant? And third, a wider economic impact.
This isn't just about replacing old jobs, it's about creating entirely new roles, like AI trainers and AI ethicists.
But of course, this level of autonomy is not a silver bullet. We've got to be really honest and clear-eyed about the serious risks and the critical trade-offs that come along with it.
And let's just start with a pretty startling warning sign. A recent study found that emails written by AI caused 3 times more accidental leaks of sensitive data than emails written by people. Without perfect guardrails, an autonomous agent just doesn't have the common sense to know what it shouldn't say. The risks pretty much fall into 4 main buckets. First is just basic reliability. These agents can still make mistakes or hallucinate. Second is that privacy issue, which we just saw can be a huge problem. Third is governance. I mean, if it's truly autonomous, who's really in charge? And all of this leads to what might be the biggest hurdle of all: trust. As humans, we have this natural distrust of machines we can't fully control. It's a real thing called algorithm aversion. Think of it like getting into a self-driving car for the first time. You're not going to trust it unless you understand its limits and you know for a fact you can grab the wheel if something goes wrong. Building trust with an AI agent, it works on the exact same principles. You need transparency, user control, and really obvious fail-safes.
So, let's bring this all together. We started with the big idea: AI agents that don't just follow our commands, but act on their own to achieve goals. We looked at their simple perceive, plan, act, adapt workflow. We've seen them at work in everything from our calendars to coding entire applications. And we weighed the huge benefits in productivity against the very real challenges of reliability, privacy, and, when it comes down to it, trust.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought. This technology, it's not on the horizon. It's already here. Your next digital coworker is ready to get started. The only question left is, are you?